let us begin with the today class. So yesterday we are discussed some of the problems on the 1D bar. What are the problem we discussed yesterday? What are the problem we discussed yesterday?
The taper bar problem.
Paper bar paper bar problem. So here this one problem I think we have solved in that, correct? So that is I think this problem. Yeah, this problem I think we have solved yesterday. So whenever the taper bar is given, we need to convert into equal stepped bar. That is very important. Okay. Let me take the same problem on the stepped this one taper bar next problem. And one more thing here, they are given self weight. Whenever the self weight is there, that is comes under body force. When body force is there, then you have to use the formula as AL into rho W by 2. Got it? Formula you have to memorize. Understood? Hello?
Okay, sir.
And I told you to calculate the sigma 1, sigma 2, R1, R2, R those things. Have you calculated all of you? Sigma 1, how much you got? Hello? Ruchita, Veena, Ramchandra,
Yes, sir.
how much you got sigma 1, sigma 2? You're not calculated?
Yes.
0.18. Sigma 2 is 0.2. All of you get this value, check out. Sorry. Sigma 1, how much you got? 27 not there. 0.4 maybe. Sigma 2, 0.5. You have to get it. All of you, rest of the people, Veena, you calculated? Gautam, you calculated?
Yes, sir.
How much you got? This is the answer. Whenever I given a homework, please should be complete. This is not the way. Varun, Punit, Sheikh, that is correct. Sigma 2 is zero point 0.5, R1 is minus 1371.7, R2 is 0, as well as R3 also 0. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Let's move to the next problem today. Again, the taper bar. See, the taper bar is shown in figure having a cross-section area 3 centimeter square and 2 centimeter square at this end, and length is 100 mm. Subjected to axial load of 50 Newton at the smaller end and fixed at the larger end. Take E is equal to 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. So they given a bar now, same taper bar, it vertically suspended. The bigger end is fixed whether the smaller end is free, and they are applied the load, point load, axial load, that is 50 Newton at a distance of 50 mm from the fixed end, and it is having a length 100 mm, and the big end having a area, directly they given the area 3 centimeter square and bottom area 2 centimeter square. Therefore, what we need to calculate is here, what is the sigma, what is R reaction, that we need to calculate. All of you take down this. Write down the problem, all of you. You are there, all of you.
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. I think that in second answer and 2 centimeters square after.
2 centimeter square at ends. The bar shown in figure
Okay.
having a 3 centimeter square and 2 centimeter square at ends, and length is 100 mm, full stop, 100 mm, subjected to axial load of 50 Newton, subjected to axial load of 50 Newton at the smaller end, at the smaller end, and fixed at the larger end, full stop. Fixed at the larger end, full stop. All of you got it?
Yes.
T is, you take Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5, not minus 5, plus 5 Newton per mm square. And write as in figure, all of you. One minute. One minute. And this 50 not from here. Please make a correction. 50 mm they applied here at the end, not here. Don't write this. So 50 show it all of you from the end, this end. Got it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And this dotted line is there, no? This dotted line distance is 50 mm from the top. And 50 mm only show here, don't show here, only show at the end. Therefore, whenever they given, we need to convert into equivalent stepped bar, like this. So therefore, we can divide into two sections. One is bigger section and smaller section like this. And it is the distance up to 50 mm, we can divide one section. After that, we can divide to one more section. Then at the end, they applied the 50 mm, 50 Newton. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the thing we need to do? First, we need to find the area of this section 1 and section 2. We need to find. For that, what we need to do? First step, what we need to do? Write down the data first. E given, F given, A1 given, A2 given. We need to find sigma and R. Over? Is it over?
Sir.
Now, what is the first step you have to do? We need to find the, now in the before problem, earlier problem, they given width. They given the width. Here 150 is, now they given the area. That is the difference. Therefore, what we need to do, how we find it here, mean width, no? Mean width, no? At the middle, what is the mean width? Similarly, we need to find mean area now. Because they given the area across the sections. Here, A1 is here, A2 is here. Therefore, A1 plus A2 divided by 2 will give the average area, or we can call it as mean area. That is, you will get 2.5 centimeter square. Are you getting? Are you getting all of you?
Sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
Now I got the mean
Yes,
average area, no? Therefore, again, therefore, at the middle we got the average area. So therefore, we need to find what is the average area of section 1. What is the average area of the section 1? So therefore, how to find the average area now? So I know A1 here. I know here mean area here. Therefore, we need to find the first area of the average area of the first one is A1 plus this average area divided by 2. A1 plus this average area divided by 2. That will give the mean area or average area of section 1. It is element 1 or section 1. So A1 is I know already 3 and this I know already 2.5 average area. Therefore 3 plus 2.5 divided by 2 will get 2.75 centimeter square. 2.75 centimeter square. That centimeter square we need to convert into mm square. How to convert 2.75 centimeter to mm square?
Into 100.
Into 100. That will give that 275. All of you got this? Mean area of the section 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Similarly, what is the mean area of the section 2? What is the mean area of the section 2? We'll get here. Hello? What is the mean area of the section 2 here?
225.
So,
mm square.
that is what we have to do? A2 plus what? This average area. What becomes the area? Divided by 2. That is A2 plus the average area divided by 2. That is 2 plus 2.5 divided by 2. That will get 225 mm square. Correct now? Huh? Understood? How we
Yes, sir.
find it at the width there now? Instead of that, they give an area. That area we need to consider. That's all. Understood?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Is it over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, first step, we need to convert into FEM model. Again, two elements. In a vertical nature, you have to show it. Two elements. So one is the first one is element 1, first two is element 2, and here node 1, node 2, node 3, q1, q2, q3, f1, f2, f3, l1, l2 are the elements length that you have to write it. Whereas E is same thing. Therefore, we need to find the next step, element stiffness matrix as usual. K1, K2. Do it fast, all of you. K1, K2 do it, then global stiffness matrix you do it. Someone should say the K1. Do it fast. Tell me what is K1. Then K2. Then finally global stiffness matrix. Do it fast. K1 belongs to the nodes 1 and 2. K2 belongs to the node 2 and 3. Write the numbers. Row number, column number, you write it properly. Make it fast.
But 10 power 6 into 1.1 minus 1.1.
All of you got that value?
Sir.
10 power
1.1.
6 into 10 power 6 into what?
1.1 minus 1.1. 1.1.
Yes. Or I written as 10 power 5, 11. Or 10 power 6, 1.1. Correct. All of you got that value?
Yes, sir.
That is K1. Keep the 10 power raised to the 5, 4 or 5 or 6 you got. How much 10 power you got? 6. Yes, 10 power 6 keep outside. 1.1 you multiply by inside the matrix. Similarly, calculate K2. Calculate K to all of you.
The 900 into 10 power 3. 9 into 10 power 5.
Yes, correct. 9 into 10 power 5. Correct. Now 10 power 5 keep outside, multiply by 9 inside. Find the global stiffness matrix. I told you the shortcut. Do it like this. Global stiffness matrix. Do it. Then global stiffness matrix. Check out global stiffness matrix like this. See one more thing. Hello, hello.
Yes,
See, you said K1 is what? You got
1.1 into 10 power 6. Sir, if
see
so
that is the
11
thing.
into 3 power 11 into sir.
Yeah,
10 power 5.
yeah. That is what. See here, when you're adding no, this 10 power should be same. Here 10 power 6, 10 power 5. How can you keep the outside the 10 power 5 common? So that's why what you have to do, either you can 10 power 5, 10 power 5 keep it, or here 10 power 6, 10 power 6. If you want to keep it 10 power 6 means here 0.9. Correct no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Or if you want to keep 10 power 5 means here it is 11. So anything you take it. I taken 10 power 5. Understood my question? So this is the first you have to follow. Outside the stiffness matrix, always you have to maintain the constant same term of the 10 power value. Then only you can take the common. So therefore, you make 10 power 5 or 10 power 6. So therefore, then you add it finally. Like this. You will get the matrix. This is the first matrix and this is the second matrix. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Over. K matrix over. All of you done the global stiffness matrix? Okay. What is the next step? What is the next step?
Body force factor.
Global stiffness, global force vector and global displacement vector. Let me take the global force vector. Which type of force is acting here? Which type of force is acting here? Which type of force acting here? Hmm? Which type of force for this one? By seeing itself, you can tell me. You can tell no. What type of force this one? On. By seeing that, you can tell me no. What is that?
Body.
It's a body force. What they mention here? Question. Read the question here. What they mentioned.
Axial load. Axial.
This type of load is
Axial
called
load.
axial force. Is there any body force is acting here? Is there any body force acting here?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why no? Whenever any body is suspended vertically, definitely there is a self weight is acting or not. Self weight is acting is or not. Weight is acting or not on the body. whenever any body is suspended vertically, weight is acting or not?
Yes, sir.
Then it is also suspended vertically, weight is acting or not?
Okay, sir.
Acting. Then it is
It is acting.
then self weight is an body force. Then body force is acting or not? Body force acting or not? Huh?
Acting.
Acting, no? Then how to find that body force value? What is the equation? What is the equation? What is the equation for the body force to calculate? Yesterday we done, no? Here only is there.
A1 L1 rho W by 2.
Rho value. You know rho value here? Weight density value any given here? Weight density is given.
Oh, sir.
No.
No, sir.
That means that definitely there is a self weight is acting or body force acting, but that you cannot be find out. Why? Because they are not given the density value. In the previous case, they clearly mentioned the weight density value, that is 76.6 minus 6 into Newton per mm square. That's why body force and axial force we taken both. But in this case also there is a body force acting, but you cannot be find because they are not given the rho W value. Therefore, we need to neglect it. Only we need to take the, it is subject to only axial force. Therefore, my global force vector become very simple one. So at node 1 it is 0, node 2 is 0, but node 3 what is the load acting? Node 3 what is the load acting here? At node
Sir,
3,
50 Newton.
50 Newton. That's all. So this is only the global force vector. F is equal to 0, 0, 50. This is node 1, node 2, node 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 row, 3 column. Understood? What is the difference between this problem and previous problem? Hello? You understood, all of you? That is the difference mean. Previously they given a weight value, sorry, rho W, weight density. That's why body force we consider, but it cannot be considered here because it cannot be calculated. But body force will be there, definitely. But weight we don't know how much. That we cannot be found out because they are not given the what is the weight density of that material. That's why we need to neglect. Understood? Understood?
Sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Then global force
Yes, sir.
vector as usual, Q is equal to at node 1 Q1, Q2, Q3. Therefore, next step, equilibrium equation. We need to apply it to the equilibrium equation. KQ is equal to F. Do it. Substitute all the values of matrix. And finally, we need to apply the boundary condition. Can anyone tell me what is the boundary conditions here? Can anyone tell me what is the boundary conditions here? Hello? Hello?
First two and second.
Next row and first column is eliminated, sir.
The second row also. The second row, sir.
Why second row? Why second row? Why second row, pa?
The first row is eliminated.
Yes, only first row. Why first row, first column? Why first row, first column? Anyone?
Fixed ones.
Yes. So apply the boundary condition using elimination method since node 1 is fixed. Node 2, node 3 is fixed. Node 2, node 3 is fixed. No, there is a displacement here. If you apply the force, definitely here, there is a displacement. That's why node 1 only, it is fixed. That is only I know. Therefore, eliminate first row, first column. That's what we done here. First row, first column we eliminated, and rest of the matrix you have to write it. And you have to solve Q2, Q3. Is it clear? Boundary conditions clear? All of you understood boundary condition. Don't confuse. Boundary condition in the elimination method means which are the Q value you know that we need to eliminate. I know Q1 here because it is 0. That's why we are eliminated that only. Rest of things are you have to calculate. I don't know Q2, Q3. That you have to solve it. Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So solve all of Q2, Q3. Wasim. 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 Solve all of you Q2, Q3. Nagintaj. Nitish.
Yes, sir.
Nagintaj, you are there.
Yes, sir.
When you came,
Sir, not connected, sir. In 10 minutes late, sir.
why you not submitted the assignment?
Submitted, sir.
No, I'm not received your assignment. Showing, see, missing. Means you are not submitted. That's why it say missing.
Yes, sir. Submitted, sir.
Okay, we'll check. Kishore, Nitish. Kishore, Nitish. Pavan N. Rupanand Reddy. Prajwal.
Yes, sir.
Punit R.
Yes, sir.
Punit Kumar N. Mohammad Wasim.
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Vijay Kumar. Wasim.
Sir, Punit Kumar and present. Sir, present, sir.
For
Yes,
this you
sir.
will say present. I called your name right before.
Okay, that one network glitches.
Don't tell always
Yes,
this
sir.
only. Vijay Kumar, Ramchandra, Bharat Kumar R,
Yes, sir.
Chand Basha,
Check Basha, present, sir.
Chand Basha,
Chand Basha is absent.
Mohammad Yazdan, Naimtullah, Shafi,
Present,
Shashank, Shekhar, see this
Present, sir.
yes, sir. Present, sir.
Varun, Veena,
Yes, sir.
Hemant,
Present, sir.
Diana, Dilip,
Sir,
Diana.
sir.
When you joined,
11:30, sir.
I told you to join at 11:15. No, why you are not attended yesterday class?
Sir, ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಿತ್ತು ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫೋನ್ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹಾಕಿತ್ತು
Assignment why you not submitted?
ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ
But I didn't received. You check out once whether it is uploaded or not. Zebirullah, Gautam,
present, sir.
Girish, Dilip, Krishna Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Krishna Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you calculated the what is Q2, Q3? Q2, Q3, all of you calculated?
Yes, sir.
How much Q2? How much Q2?
4.54 into 10 minus
3. Minus 3 or minus 5? Minus 3 or minus 5?
5, sir.
Correct. Q3 is 1.01 into 10 raised to... Correct. Answer is right. 1.01 into 10 raised to minus 4. Q3. All of you got it? All of you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remaining thing you can calculate yourself. Let me know the answer tomorrow. Sigma 1, Sigma 2, R1, R2, R3. Where the reaction will be produced here?
Okay.
Where the reaction will be produced? At which node?
Node 1.
R1. R2, R3 becomes 0.
1.
Yes. So do it. R1 should be get 50 kilonewton, 50 Newton, not kilonewton. because 50 Newton is applied force. Correct? No. So let me
Yes,
know
sir.
the answer tomorrow. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, next problem. Leave some space for that to solve that. Leave some space to solve that. And take up the last problem on the taper bar. I will read the problem. You note it down. Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
A taper bar shown in figure with a uniform thickness of 1 mm. A taper bar shown in figure with a uniform thickness of 1 mm, Young's modulus is 200 GPa. Young's modulus is 200 GPa. Weight density is 76.6 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton per mm square. (76.6 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton per mm square). Full stop. In addition to its weight, it is subject to a point load of 1 kilonewton at its midpoint. In addition to its weight, it is subject to a point load of 1 kiloton at its midpoint. Or over
Yes, sir.
first question. Model the plate with a 2-bar element. Model the plate with a 2-bar element. Model the element with a 2-bar element. Second question. Determine the stresses. Determine the stresses in each element. Third one. Determine the reaction at the supports. The supports. See, they given weight density. Weight density is given means what type of load is acting?
Body.
Body force, and also subject
Body
to
force.
point load. That means axial force. Therefore, this is also combination of body force and axial force. Keep this in mind. This is a figure they given. 60 mm here. This side is 240. This ND width is 30 mm. From here to it is 15, 15, and here to also 15. And the 1 kilonewton is acting at a distance of 120 mm from the fixed end. So we need to calculate stress reaction. And also thickness they given. Thickness is not shown here, but thickness how it will be present? I shown yesterday. It will be in a 3D form. If you show it, the thickness will be present like this. Thickness will be present there like this. Okay. So write down the figure, all of you. What is the difference between previous two problem to this problem? Can anyone tell me? Previous taper bar problem 2, this problem, what is the difference?
So here they have given bars.
Yeah, everything is bar only, then what? Hmm.
The load is acting sense.
No,
Weight.
weight is there in the first problem also.
Angles.
Point load, sir.
Point load also there in the first problem. See, the main difference is, see here in first problem, what they given that this one. See, in this problem, they just given the top width and bottom width, but they are not given this gap. Got it? This gap they're not given. Understood? Hello?
Sir.
In second problem, they just directly given the area. It become very easy. But now in this problem, what they are given is, they given top width, bottom width. Along with that, they given this gap also. Therefore, what we need to calculate is, you should not calculate the average now. See, they're given only top and bottom width, means that's why we taken the average width first, like 60 plus 30 divided by 2, like that we done. But now you can able to calculate exact width here. How? If you know this distance, if you add it, you will get this width, isn't it? Correct? No, you got it. You can able to calculate. So that one we have to do it. So therefore, see here, we are going to use trigonometric rule here. Write down the data, all of you. E given 200 GPa, convert into Newton per mm square, because everything in mm now. That's why into 10 raised to 3. And rho W given 76.6 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton per mm cube. And load is given 1 kilonewton, convert into Newton, 1000 Newton. And thickness is given 1 mm. Thickness is given 1 mm. Therefore, write down the data, all of you. Hello. Is it over? Data over?
Yes, sir.
See, what is
Yes,
next?
sir.
What we have to do is
Yes.
now, see how to convert it to equivalent bar now. First, you can say the equivalent bar is, I will show you. 1 minute, I will mark it and show you. Okay. Equivalent bar, I can convert like this from here to here, one project point. So from here to here, one project point. Like this, I can convert. Therefore, if you want to find this width, means I need to calculate what is the gap here. Need to calculate what is the gap here. I know 15 mm here, but there is not 50 mm here. Correct? No, it is changes because it's a taper. So therefore, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is, I need to calculate this gap first. Correct? Are you getting? I need to calculate the gap here. What is this width here? Exactly at this point, up to the 120. Understanding? For that, I'm going to use a
Yes, sir.
trigonometry. You can see this one. It look like a triangle, isn't it? It looked
Yes,
like
sir.
a triangle. So therefore, that triangle only I written here. That triangle I written here. Let us talk this taper angle as alpha. Now I know what is the length here. Up to it is 240, and up to this I know it is 120. Therefore, I need to find this gap. Let us consider gap as considers x. So therefore, I need to use the here which rule? So trigonometric rule. See, this is a triangle, right angle triangle. This is the opposite side. So this is the hypotenuse side. This is the adjacent side. I know adjacent. I know opposite. Which rule I can apply? Opposite and adjacent, which is the trigonometric rule, tan rule. So the tan rule is equal to what is the tan? Opposite by what?
Cosine.
Same.
So, but here I don't know alpha. In order to calculate that, we should know the theta, no? That is alpha. Therefore, what I'm going to do, you can see there are two triangle here. Similar triangle. One triangle is bigger triangle. One more is smaller triangle. Isn't it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So therefore, what I'm going to do, using a triangle OAB, I'm going to calculate the alpha. That is opposite by adjacent. 15 by 240. Therefore, you'll get the alpha value as 3.57. Now, I'm going to consider triangle OA small a small b. Therefore, using that tan alpha is equal to x by 120, I'm going to calculate the x value then. Are you getting? All of you got this triangle?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write neatly that and calculate alpha and x. 7.5 mm is there here. Here 15 at the bottom, whereas at this case it is 7.5. Both are equal width will be there here. 7.5, 7. Because equal angle, that's why equal width. Two 240 up to 4 total length. 120 up to the this distance here. That distance only 120 we taken here. Got it?
Sir.
Triangle is like this. That I written in a just horizontally. Actually, triangle is vertical, but in order to make easy to understand, I tilted to horizontal. That's all. Understood? Why? Because they given the width here. No, that's why we are taking the this width now. That otherwise you can take an average, but you can't do like that because they give the exact width here. That's why you need to calculate this width at this point here. Let us call that is as x. Or
Yes, sir.
all of you finished? Over all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to write a like a equivalent
Yes, sir.
stepped bar. So this is the taper bar. I'm going to convert into equivalent stepped bar as like this. Section 1, section 2, same thing. Here 120, 240 minus 120, and remaining section 2 also 120. Here area 1, area 2. So therefore, the first thing is now we need to find the area. Over. This one is over figure. Hello.
Sir.
Here.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Now I need to find the area of this bar. Section 1 means 120. I know 120 length. I don't know this width W1. Let us call this W1. but I know thickness is T1. Therefore, area of this section become W1 into thickness of this. W1 into thickness of this. But actually it is not W1 into 120. Why need W1 into 1T only? That I forget to ask you in the before the problem itself. Why W1 into T? Why not W1 into 120? It look like rectangle, no? Rectangle area become, it should be this one, no? W1 into 120, correct? But why I'm taking W1 into T in all the problem we taken first problem also? Why taken W1 into T? T is here. Nobody asked this question actually. Why you not taken this one? Why you not taken W1 into 120? Why you taken W1 into T only? This is again fundamental. You think it.
No, sir.
No, it's not cubic and all. Very important cause. See, which type of stress will be developed here? Can anyone tell me? Because of this applied force, which type of stress will be developing? Which type of stress is developing? Hello? Hello? All are there?
Sir.
Which
Sir,
type of
sir.
which type of stress is developing? Hello? See, what type of load rapa ida? What type of load here?
Body force.
This load. Body force, okay. That is okay. Point load. So therefore, that is axial force. That is axial force develop which type of stress? Which type of stress? Axial force develop which type of stress? Normal stress or shear stress? Normal stress. What do you mean by normal stress? What do you mean by normal stress? Hello? What do you mean by normal stress? Come on. Don't forget the basics.
Perpendicular to the surface.
Perpendicular to the surface. Therefore, here which is the surface is perpendicular to the load acting? That is width into thickness, no? Correct. This thickness into what is the width here? That is one, no? That's why taken here. W2 is A2 equal to W into T. A1 is W1 to T in the first problem. Isn't it? Isn't it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All of you understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, we don't know W1 here. That W1 we need to find. How to find the W1? See, for that, we need to consider like a volume of this first section equal to volume of this stepped bar. Volume of the taper bar equal to volume of the equivalent stepped bar. That is section 1. That is this one. So, what is the volume of this bar? This length into volume. Length into dimension. So, length into width into thickness. So, length is here 120. So, what is the width here? See here, width is here 60 is there. And here width is different. Correct now? Here width is different. Here width is different. What is the width of this will become? I know X. Hello? Are you getting? I know X here. Therefore, what is the width become here? 60 minus 2 times of X. Isn't it? That is will give the 45. That will give the 45. Therefore, so here one width, because it's a taper. Therefore, we need to take the average width 60 plus 45 divided by 2 into thickness will give the volume of the exact this taper bar up to the length 120. Are you getting all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Into thickness is equal to equivalent volume of this stepped bar. That is W1 into 120 into thickness. W into 120 into thickness. We know thickness, what they given? Given no? 1 mm unit thickness. Therefore, I can calculate the W. This T anyway get cancelled. Therefore, I can able to calculate the what is the W1 value. All of you understood? Shekhar, Shiji Sagar, Diana. All of you understanding?
Yes, sir.
I'll explain once again. See,
Yes, sir.
if you want to find the area 1, the area of this section 1 is W1 into T, not 120 into W. Therefore, I need W1. For that, I'm going to equivalent the volume of the taper bar and the equivalent stepped bar of section 1 up to here. Therefore, I know width here. I know 120 is the length and width is here 60. But this width becomes 60 minus 2 times of x, that is 45. Therefore, you need to take the average area, average width. 60 plus 45 divided by 2 into thickness is equal to volume of this rectangular section will be W1 into 120 and into thickness. Therefore, thickness it cancel. W1 become 52.5. Write down. Therefore, my area of section 1 become W1 into T. W1 into T. Are you understood? Are you understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Write down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt you can let me know.
Yes, sir.
Do it, all of you. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಂಗೆ ಇದೆ. Next same thing. Sir, 1 minute. Call me. The next is same thing. Element 2 area. Element 2 area become. Can you tell me what is the area of this element 2? Can anyone tell me what is the area of the element 2? Here W1 is there. Here W2. What is the area of this element 2? Can anyone tell me? What is the element area section 2? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is the area of the section 2? W2 into what?
120.
120. W2. This is what W2. W into 120. But I don't know W2. Therefore, again, I need to consider section 2. Volume of the taper bar of section 2 and volume of the equivalent of the stepped bar. This one. So here I know width. Top width is 45 and this is 30 and length is 120. And this is W2 and 120 and thickness is everywhere it is same. Therefore, volume of this bar become what? 30 plus 45. What is the volume of this bar? Taper bar. What is the volume of this one? Huh?
30 plus 45 by 2
Into 120 into thickness
into T.
is equal to W2 into 120 into thickness. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, thickness it cancel. And what is the W2 you will get? Check out. That you will get as this much. Therefore, finally, you can calculate the area of section 2. Is it clear?
Sir.
All of you understood?
Sir. Yes, sir.
This is the first. This is the difference between the two problem. What the third problem is there? They given a width at the ends also, gap width. That's why we taken the exact this one area. You got the difference between these three taper bar problem?
Yes, sir.
Now we got A1, A2. Rest of the steps are same. Element stiffness matrix, global stiffness matrix. And what may be the changes one more here? Can anyone tell me? What may be the one more changes now in a global force vector? Hello? What is the changes in the global force vector? What are the forces acting here in global force here on the body of the bar?
Body force and body force.
Axial.
Body force and axial.
Therefore, Here, you know this one, no? K1, K2, you can do it. That you know well. And global stiffness also you can calculate yourself. So that you can do it later. And body force vector due to the one is here the global force vector due to the body force and due to the axial load. Therefore, we need to calculate the body force vector for individual elements like element 1 and element 2 as usual we done in the first problem. So what is the formula? Rho V by 2, or we can say rho W A1 L1 by 2, rho W A2 L2 by 2 1 1. Then similarly, the axial force vector become at node 1 it is 0, at node 2 is 1000, 1 kiloton is 1000 Newton, and F3 also becomes 0. Therefore, you need to add F1, F2 and axial force vector. Then you will get the global force vector. Are you getting? Refer the first problem. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Refer the first problem for the global force vector. How we done? The same thing you have to do it.
Yes, sir.
Veena, Ruchita, Rishukumar,
Yes, sir.
are you understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For in
Yes,
order to
sir.
calculate the body global force vector, please refer all of you problem number 1 on the taper bar. And finally, you have to apply to the equilibrium equation KQ is equal to F and boundary condition. What is the boundary condition become now again? Which? What is the boundary condition become again here?
First row, first column.
Yes.
First column.
Since Q1 is 0, first row, first column going to be L net. First row, first column is going to be L net. And finally, you can calculate Q1, Q2, Q3. All of you note down the answers. Q2 will get as 1.1496 into 10 raised to minus 3. Q3 will get as 1.15 into 10 raised to minus 3. And finally, you have to calculate stress reaction. Sigma 1 is 1.915. Sigma 2 has 0.005. Both are positive because tension. And R1 is 1000. You'll get R2, R3 become 0 in reaction. So this is the final answer. Let me show the everyone. Switch on your video and everyone should show this solution. Okay? Got it? Everyone should show the solution by switching on your video. Show the
Yes, sir.
your paper. Solution paper. Is it clear? Paper bar? Paper bar is clear.
Yes, sir.
All of you understood? All of you understood?
Yes, sir.
This completed
Yes,
the
sir.
taper bar problems on
Sir.
the 1D bar. Next we'll take after this. Next tomorrow we're going to take up the next one more boundary condition method, that is penalty approach method, that we'll take up in the next class. So tomorrow there are 2 homework and one more homework problem I'll give. Note down. All of you note down. All of you note down this stepped bar. Now they are divided into 3 sections. Therefore 3 elements you have to do it. 3 elements means how many nodes? How many nodes?
No, sir.
Huh?
4.
4. 4 nodes means what is the size of the matrix? Global stiffness matrix. What is the size of the global stiffness matrix? Take the screenshot. You no need to write. Size of the global stiffness matrix is how much?
3 cross 2.
4 nodes means how much size of the global stiffness matrix?
4.
4 cross 4. Keep this in mind. All of you taken the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next one more screenshot you take it. First problem. This one. So here also, see what they done is, here there are 2 sections only, but they divide into 3 elements. Why? Because 3 section why they divide means, here in section in this section they apply one more load here, no? So therefore with respect to that load we need to introduce one more node. That is what in the location of node we discussed. If the load where the acting, there only we need to introduce the nodes as well as discrete points. That is 1 and one more here and one more here and one more here. Therefore again here 3 nodes, 3 elements, 4 nodes. Again, the size of the elements become 4 cross 4. So take the screenshot of this. Tomorrow should be show solution for this. So today we are given 2 homework problem. Plus addition to that, third problem of the taper bar, sigma 1, sigma 2, a reaction you have to calculate and show tomorrow. This is the homework. Everyone should show it. Once it show it, then only I will give the attendance. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I take an attendance. No?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you all.